video and all other videos on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The content of this video and all other videos on this channel are the opinions of the creator only and do not constitute legal, trading, investment, or financial advice of any kind. Investing carries a high level of risk and the majority of retail clients lose money. Do not invest any capital unless you understand the risks and you are prepared to lose it all. Alright, hello and welcome to Camel Finance. I'm your boy Camel, and I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I hope you enjoyed relaxing like I have been. This will be the last video from me that is outside of the normal routine for the channel. So today I wanted to point at a few charts. I want to ease myself back into this, mostly just point out that the cycle lows are shaping up the way they're expected to. So if we take a look at the stock market first, okay, what's really interesting about this is for many, many weeks, we've been targeting early January as a cycle low window for a bunch of different asset classes, and they're all kind of showing up on schedule at the same time. So there's still an outside chance that this is an early day 33 cycle low here. Although, of course, that would be early, and thus, on a balance of probabilities, we can say there is probably a second drive lower here. Okay, first drive, second drive with an undercut to a new lower low, cycle low around day 40. If it was on day 40, that would be early January timeframe. As you can see here, from around the 2nd of January would be perfect day 40. So on a balance of probabilities, I still expect one final lower low, and if we get that, then of course that is what this long position is doing, queued down here. I've been very consistent in all of the videos leading up to this one, that low for me would be a tradable low, and we'd be looking to be long, strong, and wrong on the idea that things are going to break down. And if they did break down, then of course we can lock in the profit early on and flip short and look for a much more severe correction into the upcoming weekly cycle low. So nothing has really changed, except we are now in that window to see a couple more downside candles, hopefully an undercut because it makes it easiest to identify, and then I should have a tradable low to get behind. As ever, there's always an invalidation, okay? If the low is in early, then we should get a break of this downward sloping red resistance line, and if we do, then I will have to get long from up here. It's not my preferred look. It's certainly a higher probability of getting stopped out if that's to occur. So in the next few days, we're going to get an answer because we're either going to have broken out or we're going to have started to move down towards that cycle low. Either way, then you will see me get long for the stock market. Kind of the exact same deal for the NASDAQ, right? I drew this yellow squiggle, was talking about this second drive to a lower low, and so far rejection at resistance possible that we are going to see that lower low. If we do, of course, then I'll treat it the same as the stock market, and if this thing continues to blast off higher, then of course we will have confirmed that the low is in slightly early, and we'll be looking to play a breakout from slightly higher up. And for the Dow Jones, you can see I was looking for some kind of secondary drive lower low. So far we got breakout retest, but no resumption. So if it is going to invalidate the lower low and confirm that this low from back here on the 20th of December was indeed the cycle low, then similarly to the NASDAQ and the S&P, we should see this thing resume off, and you should see Camel get long on a breakout. If, however, it does what it should do on a balance probabilities, which is put in another lower low or even a double bottom, then again, same deal, we'll trade that cycle low out of there. So very, very close now to getting some exposure back. Just need the market to prove to me what it is exactly working on, whether that is a lower low or a breakout retest resumption. The Russell 2K was the only piece of index exposure I kept, and as you can see, that's still holding the support line, so nothing more to say about that, long and strong all the while we're above. For gold and the precious metals, you can see no real changes to the plan. We are now getting slightly later and later for this daily cycle low, but there is still no clear sign of it. So on a balance of probabilities, we should still be expecting one new lower low. It would be slightly later than is normal for gold, but I do wonder if the whole thing is going to sync up, right? We've got Bitcoin, the stock market, and now possibly gold looking for an early Jan cycle low followed by a big push, which kind of suggests to me that by the time these lows are in early January, we are setting ourselves up for a big strong push into the start of 2025. On a balanced probabilities, we expect a lower low. That's why this is queued down here. And if we don't get it and we start to push off, then we will have confirmed an earlier low and be looking to take the trade higher. But if we look at silver, silver is again the tell, right? You can see silver not exactly looking like it's ready to move higher. Again, we are still targeting one lower low. But the good news is, of course, we are just days away from all of these forming now, unless they're already in which case we are days away from confirming they are already in, and either one results in new long trades. And for Bitcoin, exactly the same is true as well. We are still targeting that early January timeframe. As of today, we're on day 54, so we have just crossed into the window, but we should be looking for around day 60, which would put us somewhere around the 3rd of Jan. That would be a perfect 60-day cycle. Again, same deal, right? We kind of already had this, so now we just need this into that cycle low, and then again we can get long out of some swings. And of course for Bitcoin, the interesting part is we're going to set a third and final blow off top angle in here wherever it forms. So once again, no changes to the plan, and once again ever closer to actually finding a tradable low. If what we do here is again just sort of chop around for a couple more days and then blast off in a big strong candle, then I will be adding on that big green candle. But once more, it makes a lot of sense to me that we do get one final undercut. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, that's it from me in terms of broken or sporadic or non-routine content. As of Monday, we'll be back to the daily uploads, the weekend deep dives on the Saturdays. As you can see, we have been patiently waiting for these cycle lows, and they are now very, very nearly here. All we need to do is have the market prove to us the lows are in, and then again, as always, we've got a high probability setup with a nice area on the chart to manage the risk around. If you're a level 3 member, I'll update you when I go long in real time with the exact levels for entry and stop loss as always. And for everyone else, I will see you on Monday. I hope you're doing well in life. Until next time, cheers, bye.
Camel Finance, he's the man to see, rocking the markets with his contrarian spree. Trades like a pro, no fear, no shame, sticking to his guns in his money game. He's a badass, oh yes indeed. Camel Finance got the markets key, taking us stormies on a bumpy ride.